yesterday you guys stepped up as a defense and made that big stop on that fourth two-point conversion. I asked Kevin earlier to explain his role in that play. How about you do the same? What was your role in that play and how it came about?
I mean, I guess my role after the play just was, after seeing the play and seeing all the angles, my role was really just sacrifice my body and just put my body in front of the running back, because the running back was their lead blocker. It's kind of like a little QB, like kind of like zone play, or like a. I think their intentions were to do a little option, like outside of the hashes, but when he ducked it up and the running back was coming up to me, I was just like, screw it, I might as well just throw my body in there and just try to make a wall. So I guess like in simple terms, just make a wall and just kind of just sacrifice my body.
Have you ever done a tumble like you did after that?
Nah, I tripped. Everybody thought I was on. I tripped on J-Ron, I think. I played it off though, so everyone thought it was like on purpose, but I totally tripped.
Were you the one that flagged?
I don't know. Probably.
I was sitting there watching you know, and I thought, this is a Boulware kind of game. I mean, it's raining, it's muddy, it's two great teams out there. I mean, just what was it like playing?
I mean, the rain only kind of came in. It was only really a factor probably in the fourth quarter, because you're kind of just starting getting bogged down. That's when my cleats started getting really heavy. But for the first half and probably the third quarter, it really wasn't that big of a factor. When you're playing out there, you really don't really worry about it. You try to block out all the distractions, the noise, obviously the rain. But just having it's a physical game. Just I know they were going to run the ball a lot more than they were going to pass it. So of course I love that. I like playing between the hashes. I mean, as many tackles as I can get, I love. So just the rain, the whole atmosphere. It was fun to be a part of that.
Like during the game, as you guys started to shut down the run, they started to use things out of the backfield into your zones and intermediate route to try to get you guys into coverage.
Yeah, they started exposing us a little bit. We shut them down completely through three quarters. We started playing soft and just having some mental errors. They shouldn't even have scored. Those three touchdowns were easily correctable, just mental mistakes. Which is totally on us. We kind of just gave those up. So we wish we'd have those back. But it is what it is. We got the W, so that's all that really matters.
As mentioned earlier, you said it was a Ben Boulware type ball game. I see this weekend more as a Ben Boulware type ball game. Georgia Tech team, the control you got to show, and maybe able to plug those gaps at the right times. Do you like playing that triple option?
I don't really care. At the end of the day, it's football. It's a little different from the whole spread type offense. But at the end of the day, it's football. So whether it's triple option, spread, or any other type of offense, I love going out there and just playing. I don't really care what the other team's doing. I'm just focused on playing sound defense and just getting the win at the end of the day.
You mentioned a couple weeks ago before the Wofford game that you didn't play a lot last year against Georgia Tech, so you've not seen that offense as much. Do you feel better about it now that you faced Wofford?
I mean, I think our whole defense does. It's definitely good to have a good foundation in, just because they kind of run the same offense. So I think all of us as a whole just feel a little bit better about it since playing the first week of the season, playing that type of offense. So that's really all it is. We just have a good foundation. But we still got to come in here and work. There's a lot of different things that Georgia Tech does that Wofford did.
Whether it's Wofford or Georgia Tech each year, is it almost like a blueprint that Coach Venables every year says, hey, this is how you stop the triple option, or is it different each year?
Not really. I mean, he don't really care who the opponent is. It's the same type of offense. We're going to have our schemes and have our plan. That's what I said the other day. It's a nameless, faceless opponent. We don't really care who it is. We're going to do our job and execute and just hope to get a win at the end of the day.
As far as teaching about the nuances of facing a
No, same. No.
Coming this year, defense was the question. Everyone was questioning personnel on defense. Now it looks like the outside edge guys have really set down and made a statement that they can hold their edges. And you guys are starting to answer these questions. Do you feel like you're getting the respect you guys deserve?
I would hope so. I feel like we should have had a respect a lot before this, and we've beat a lot of good teams. We've played in a lot of big bowl games and beat those teams. So I'm not really sure why we're just now getting respect now. I feel like we've deserved it a lot before now. So it's kind of annoying, and it pisses a lot of guys off on our defense that we're like people are saying, oh, we just now getting respect. We should have been had respect. That's really all it is.
You're visibly upset we got that interception, but you've always had good hands. Did that catch you
It kind of caught me off guard. We ran that defense a lot and that coverage a lot the past couple of weeks. I just think the rain and all the I wasn't really ready for it. I just bad play. I wish I had it back, but oh well. It is what it is.
Going back to that respect, every time Clemson plays one of these teams, Clemson's picked to lose. Did the players take notice of that?
Being the underdog?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. Definitely a little motivation. We don't really understand why we're the pick the underdog when we face all these big name teams because we've been proving ourselves that we're capable of beating anybody in the country. So it's kind of annoying, but definitely, yeah, that does give us a lot of motivation.
Do you like it?
I mean, I wouldn't like to get mad. Cause it's annoying that we're like always the underdog. I mean, I guess it's kind of good that it gives us extra motivation just to come in here and work harder each and every day. I don't even know if I like it or not. I don't really care. Honestly, we're gonna do our job regardless.
Did you know what lugubrious meant before last week?
I had no clue. Coach Swinney said it probably 100 times in the past week, though, so it's kind of drilled inside my head now.
As the season's worn on and we've gotten into league play now, you guys have played Notre Dame. It's the backups are not getting as many reps. You guys are really having to get in there and stand in there full quarters. You going back to like I said, the ends and the backers especially, not much going on behind you. Are you seeing guys starting to step up here in practice where you might find somebody to slide in there and just give you a couple of reps off every game?
I think there's definitely guys that are available to go in if needed. That's just an area that we got to continue to build on, just continue to grow and just continue to just bring those young guys along. But I think each and every day they'll get better and get smarter, become more physical, become more knowledgeable of the game. But throughout the season, we'll see. I'm not sure if we'll need them or when we'll need them. But when we do need them, I think that they'll be ready.
Are you guys no problem right now as far as holding up for 4 quarters?
Just like physically, I mean, I'm hurting pretty bad right now, but I mean, I'll be fine by next Saturday. It's the whole process. I mean, I think our strength staff and the coaches just have a good plan in to just get our bodies ready each and every week. But obviously, 2 days after the most physical game of the year, I'm hurting pretty bad right now, but I'll be fine by Saturday.
Talk about that physicality in the offensive line being brought out here. Everyone talks about possibly the best offensive line in college football. You guys manhandled pretty good for 3 quarters.
Yeah, I mean, everyone. I mean, they were definitely the best we've faced so far. They said they had that first-round pick and their left tackle. I think Shaq dominated him every play, so he got exposed. So I'm sure he's mad about Saturday. But the rest of their line, they're definitely the best we've faced so far. But I'm sure we got a bunch of good opponents coming up that will have just as good offensive line. That wasn't really like, oh God, like they're unreal, because they obviously weren't, because we shut them down for 3 quarters. I wish I could say we shut them down for 4 quarters. Shut them down for 3 quarters, and then we got lazy. So, but I wasn't really.
On the other spectrum, this week you got Georgia Tech, which you're going to get offensive line guys that weren't highly recruited as these guys in Notre Dame have, but they use a different technique that cut blocks that come after you. How frustrating is that to have somebody at your feet every 5 seconds?
I mean, I think that's definitely more difficult just because it's so quick, and you're not really. I mean, you're obviously expecting it, just knowing that's just what they do. But that's a lot more difficult to defend than just getting around a big 6'7" dude, because if they're smaller guys, more agile, more quicker. It's a lot harder to get off those blocks, and they can just knock you to the ground, and that takes a lot longer to do that and get up than just shut a block. So I think that these guys are a lot more meaner and have a chip on their shoulder, just because they probably weren't recruited as heavily as the guys in Notre Dame, so they're going to play that much harder. We thrive off that, so we want them to.
Coach Venables told us that you see a cut blocks every day in practice. Do you feel that Georgia Tech is really at it or better at it, or the scout team do a pretty good job of what your guys are going to see on Saturday?
I mean, we just do it as like a linebacker core. All of our guys, we'll just like me and BJ go at it together. So and obviously none of our guys are 6'5", 200 pounds, so it's kind of hard to just do it like they do. But we get as close as possible, as much as we can. So I think we've done a pretty good job, kind of mimicking how they do it. But there's only so much we can do with not having the guys available and the line available like them.
Kevin Dodd's a guy who's had a lot of production so far this year. How big a lift is he giving you guys? Did you see that coming in fall camp?
Yeah, we've known he's been ready for years. He just obviously we've had the most talented D line in the country for the past couple of years, so he's kind of sit and wait behind guys like Vic, Corey, TB, and all those guys. So he's kind of had to wait his time and just continue to grow as a man, as a leader, as a football player. So we've known he's been ready. It's just finally time for him to break out and show everybody. But as a football team, we've known he just had to wait, be patient.